everyone. Like I mentioned before, my name is Monica. I'm the founder of Spill the Code, Academy of Intelligent Minds. So where did I start? How did I start this? And what's the whole reasoning behind everything? I have been very, very passionate about computer science, about coding, about building new softwares, new technology. I have come from an IT family. Everybody in my family has been engineers, and nobody really pushed me into it. It's just more so that I grew up seeing this around me, seeing technology, come alive and do so many different things in society. And that's when I thought, I want to do something with this. I want to build something with this. So I started Spill the Code last year. It was after I graduated University of Toronto, and I was wanting to start a coding club with more peers around the age of 21 plus, people who are as enthusiastic and passionate about coding like me. And somehow it led to kids coming to me asking, hey, I want to learn what you learned, and I already know some of the languages because I was Googling, I was using ChatGPT, I was using YouTube. Can you teach me more? And I said, why not? And we started having these interactive classes, these fun classes, because I was taking it more as a, hey, I'm teaching my friend. It's not like I'm teaching a child, I'm a teacher, they're my kids. It was more so just as a friend teaching a friend, because they were understanding the concepts better that way. So we came up with fun learning tools, we came up with fun tactics, things that the kids like playing around with, and we just built on that to teach them complicated concepts in coding and software and engineering and so on and so forth.
What are the ages you are teaching, and what's some of the lessons or subjects?
Yeah, absolutely. So we teach kids starting from the age of 8. Sometimes we even teach earlier. It depends on how good the kids are able to absorb the technical knowledge. And we go all the way up till 21 plus.
Wow.
So whoever is, I guess, passionate and excited to learn about coding, they're coming in and they're using those skills here.
What kind of coding?
Yes, so we have multiple languages. I myself know over 15 languages of coding. So I facilitate in coding skills such as Python, Scratch, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. So CSS and everything, I feel like there are many different domains when it comes to coding, right? You have the back-end engineering, you have the front-end developer, you also have a full-stack developer who wants to do everything from A to Z. So it just depends on what you're interested in. One thing that I've learned while I've been teaching is when somebody is not interested in the topic, they're not going to learn it.
Yeah.
So I just go off of what the kids are interested in. Yeah.
So you do also customize plans for the kids as well?
Yes. So I have learned that when it comes to kids, every child is different. Everyone has a different cognitive function.
True.
Right? Everybody absorbs knowledge in a different way. So it's important to look at that, understand how they are retaining information, and teach them accordingly. I can't put it in a bracket that a 13-year-old can only learn this much coding. They can learn as much as you ask them to, as much as they have the willingness and the motivation to, as much as their cognitive function allows them to do. So why put them in a bracket, right? Why not push them to achieve more? Why not push them to learn more and build more? That's the point here.
How did you join us, like Mindshare, and what's the advantage of joining us?
Yeah, I was looking for a space for a long time. I wanted it to be around the school district here because a lot of my kids are from the schools around, which are like John Fraser, Middlebury, Thomas Street, and so I wanted a place that's easy for them to commute to, not too far. And now Mindshare is a perfect place because it's just walking distance from their homes. So,
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
How does AI fit in this?
Yeah, so AI, let's talk a little bit about it, right?
Yeah.
We all know that they are everywhere. ChatGPT is everywhere. DeepSeek is everywhere. It was sprung on to us, right? And it was just something that was available out there, and it was said, yeah, we have this tool, it can answer all the questions you want, and that's all we knew about it, and we started using it from day one. AI was brought to us as a sudden thing, and as we all know, like AI has a data set, right? There are some information, some data that's been put into these models, and that's how it comes up with these answers, and that's how it reaches us. So it's not accountable, right? Does the AI ever give you a bibliography after everything you ask it? Like, hey, what do I do if I have burnt my pizza? How do I fix it?
Yeah.
Or if I burnt a dish? It usually just gives you the answer. It doesn't give you, okay, this is where I got it from, right? And when we think about education, we have come from a time of libraries, teachers, textbooks, right? And that's where we got our knowledge and information from. And now it's just on AI, it's on our fingertips, right? The biggest problem, what I feel, was how AI was introduced. Nobody told the kids or anybody in general that, hey, this is a tool that's using a bunch of data, and that's how it's brought to us. And we have this tool that will help us answer our questions, but do understand that it's only limited to the data it has already. Right? So nowadays we have kids who are learning from AI. They are asking questions to AI and learning the answers it gives. But what we don't see is beyond that. We don't see how can we be better than AI, right? We are humans, we have our human intelligence, we have our cognitive functions,
Yes.
and we are better than AI.
I like that.
You know, we are better than artificial intelligence. In the end, an AI model was created by a human,
Yes.
and we need to understand that. I remember reading this study somewhere that said that all the data that's been fed into ChatGPT is basically going to be expired, or ChatGPT is going to run out of data starting 2026. Now the reality of this is ChatGPT is never going to run out of data.
Yeah.
It's just that data is not going to be available to these models anymore, because big companies are going to learn how to have data that's, become private. They're going to have these privacy rules. They're going to make it more secure. They're going to put a money and a price tag on it, and that's what's going to help the ChatGPT, right? It's just that the data won't be accessible to all of these models anymore. So where do we come in this? Right? How does this help us? How does this negatively impact us? What I have learned with these kids is when you tell someone, anybody, hey, don't do this. Just don't use GPT, right? Try doing it yourself first, then use GPT. But people say, hey, but it's on my fingertips. Why not, right? And it's working. We see results. That's the thing with AI models. We see results instantly.
Yeah.
We see results because the AI is so confident. ChatGPT, everything is so confident. So when it gives you an answer, you say, yeah, it's right here. And I know it's correct because if I ask them a simple question, it answers correctly. So obviously this might be correct too. But what we don't understand is how it was built in the first place, right? So when I teach kids about coding, when I teach them Python, when I teach them Java, and they see how a class works, a function works, an object works, right? How there are lines of code and how they relate to these models, they realize, hey, the AI model is exactly what I tell it to do. It's not just sprung about and become this smart individual, a know-it-all, and who's helping us in answering all the questions. It's a tool. It's a coding model that's been built, and it has a set of data set. So why can't I be smarter than this? Why can't I learn more? Why can't I have my own set of data that's better than AI? And why can't I build AI? So towards the end of the beginner's course that I do here, the kids start understanding I can build an AI tool. I can build a chatbot. And the next time I give them a question in class and I say, okay, let's try to do this, right? And they say, yeah, I can do this. It'll be done in 5 minutes. And I say, are you going to use AI? And they're going to say, why would I use AI? Is AI going to give a better code than me that's more efficient? No, I don't think so. So let me do it myself and add my own touch to it because I want to build something better than AI. And I show them in the end when they submit their code, I compare it to the answer that GPT gives when I put the same question. And they see the difference themselves. And when they understand that I have built something, and when they understand what ChatGPT is giving, they see a huge difference. And that's when they realize, and I say, I can be better than AI. Human intelligence is better than artificial intelligence. And I'm going to code for my own AI model.
That's
You
great.
help them build their own data model.
Yeah, 100%. And they reach there, right? And they're very interested to do all that. The thing is, all the kids of all ages already know ChatGPT, they already know AI, like Google, they already know YouTube. So they
are
want to
even-
build these things.
and somehow they are better than their teachers in STEM
Yeah,
classes. So yeah,
exactly.
because they learn fast, and that's what they grew up with.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
different than us. We are learning step by step, but they are taking the results directly. So
My kids directly understand after they have finished coding a couple things. They realize generative AI is a mirror. Whatever you put in front of it, that's what it's going to use. It does not have a brain of its own. And that's what's the main thing here that everybody sometimes fails to realize. And that's when we as educators, as teachers, need to step in and introduce these AI models differently to the kids. Show them reasoning, show them how things are built, show them how AI models are built. And that's when they'll truly understand, okay, I don't think AI is ever going to be smarter than me. That's what comes out of it, right? And it's no more just, don't use GPT, it's bad for you. It's more so, I can use GPT, but then I'm only going to be as smart as GPT. I'm never going to be smarter than GPT. I'm never going to be smarter than these AI models. And you want to be able to rise above with this education that you're getting, right? You are meant to be builders of this new generation. You're supposed to build
How
new
long does it take
technologies.
for the kids to develop some of their own model? Like, is it a month thing, couple of months?
Yeah, so every student starts differently. Everybody has their own journey. Like I mentioned, everybody has their own capacity of how much knowledge they're able to retain. I have typically seen that once they're done with the beginners module in coding, once they understand at least the basics of any language, especially Python, then they're able to understand how AI models are built. And then they can start building it themselves. So they understand what the logic and the reasoning was and how data was fed into these systems and these models and why they're able to function the way they are today.
So like couple of months?
Yeah, a couple of months, I would say. Yeah, especially for someone like you, sir. Like, yeah, 100%. I think you can build your own AI model soon. And that's what's happening, right? Like, universities and schools have now started building their own AI models. And I think that's what the goal should be. You should have AI models that are built and created by educators, by students, so then they understand the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
So when they use an AI model the next time, they know I built this. It's not that AI is building my knowledge.
yeah. And do you have like the online option or for
Yeah.
your classes, or
Yeah.
it's just in person?
100%. We have online options as well, in person as well, totally dependent on the student and the way they learn best. We have one-on-one options, we have group classes. Our group classes do not exceed the size of 5 because I really think it's important to focus on each student. And like I said, there's no age limit. As
Yeah.
long as you're able to retain the information and able to apply the knowledge that you're learning here, that's all you need. So I have classes where 18-year-olds and 13-year-olds share a bench. I have classes where a 26-year-old and a 6-year-old share a bench, right? It just depends on what everybody needs and how much they can retain. So I
It's me and
never...
Robert and 50 and 60-year-old.
Yeah, look at that. That could be true, right? That could be true.
No, I have my group 27.
Alright, we can start with 40, 50, 60.
Yeah, I had a student who was 14 or 15 and he already knows 3 languages.
Yeah.
And after students learn one language from me, they come back and they say, okay, I've done Python. Can I focus on Java now? Can I do C now?
Yeah.
And when I say yeah, sure, they're able to learn Java within half the time they had to learn Python, because they're able to utilize the concepts they've applied in Python and learn Java the same way. it's like learning a language, right? You learn English and then you learn French. And when you learn French, you can say, okay, now I can pick up another language. I know it's the same system.
Yeah.
So that's how you get it done. And that's what the aim is here, right? We don't want kids to lose confidence. We don't want them to lose motivation and think AI can do it for me, so I'm all set. And I don't want that happening where it's I know the same amount of knowledge as a GPT model. And maybe someday, why do I need to even study? Why can't I just use GPT models? It's just available anywhere, right? So why can't I just do any career? And all the information is out there anyway, so I can do whatever I want to be. I want to be whatever I want to be, right? They need to know that they are much, much more intelligent than AI. And at the end of the day, like I said, human intelligence.
But also they need to learn AI because
Yeah,
it is the
100%.
future. Like they have
Yeah.
to learn the future.
That's the thing. Everybody needs to accept that AI is already here.
Yes.
It's already here. The sad part is that it wasn't introduced to us properly. That's the sad part.
Yes.
But that's what we need to work on, right? We need to understand how these AI models work in the first place. And understanding that will make them understand, oh, this is not as useful as it is. I am more useful. I am more intelligent than artificial intelligence. And that's the goal that I have.
Yeah. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you. Thank you.